Hello, 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 and welcome to my next reaction to Andor. So, we are starting the final arc of the show. And, you know, if you asked me what I really wanted to see in this final arc, I'm sure I could drum up some responses. But truly, I trust the writers so much, I haven't even thought about it too much. The only thing that I really would like to see at some point during these 3 episodes, and I feel is just very important and significant to the plot, is we need to check on B2. Okay? I think it's very important, and I would like to check on B2 at some point in these 3 episodes. Death Star, who is she? Nobody cares. B2, we need the updates. All right, let's get into it. Something tells me that's not good. Oh, maybe very not good?
The leader of the old steps.
There was construction the last time I went through.
We don't have time for alternatives. Keep your distance.
Just promise me if it doesn't look perfect, you won't engage.
I think we used up all the perfect.
Oh. Maybe.
Move.
Tuck your shirt in.
That little smile. Not like her. Oh, yeah, meeting out in the open. It's serious.
You came? You rang the big bell.
I always wondered if it would work.
Was it just a test?
Nero contacted a friend of mine in Tactical last night. She's looking for a team to be put together for an operation in Coruscant. I think she's coming for you.
Why would your friend tell you this?
Nero's always bending the rules. I'm burned. They'll be on me soon enough. I had to make a decision. I know what we've been chasing. But first, we talk about safety. Promises were made. I have my wife and my daughter tucked away for the moment, but I need you to tell me how you're going to get us out of Coruscant.
John.
I have had Dedra Miro's code cert for a year now. I knew if I told you, you'd push me to use it. But if she's on to you...
And you still don't know if she's coming after me or not.
I didn't have time. Because I found something more critical.
Oh, shit.
Something huge.
So now we're bargaining.
Lonnie.
Because if they knew what I found, they wouldn't have let me out of the building. I need safe passage.
That's fast and that's good. How much time do we have? How hard will they come?
They'll come at this with everything they've got. Assume they're coming now.
Then there's no time to play games.
I don't think he's going
You're not the
anywhere.
only one.
The Emperor's energy program is a lie. The rebellion on Gorman was a front from the start, a cover to strip mine the planet for some mineral that they need.
Fronting for what?
A weapon. Orson Krennic's been building a secret weapon for over a decade. Colonel Yularen wasn't even told until a month ago.
What kind of weapon?
Where will you take us?
Yavin.
What is that?
We'll be safe there. As safe as we can be.
I don't
Yavin.
know.
Tell me about the weapon.
Is that a love cat?
Come here, boy.
Yeah. I didn't think he was gonna make it out of that.
Gorman, engineer Galen Urso. Super weapon based on Scarif, fuel from Gorman, kind of from Jedi. ISB Krennic, Galen Urso.
You know where to go.
But Lonnie, you are a hero.
No, I'm doing the comms.
No, you're not.
I'll be faster.
I'll do the burn. Please don't argue.
Yeah, I mean, if Dedra is really onto him, then... Oof. This is gonna be crazy. Oh, wow. That's really getting rid of the evidence.
You're open.
Please, join us.
Okay. Okay.
I've passed by here many times.
I'm stressed
I
out.
always wanted to come in. Is everything real?
Ah, what a wise question. At the moment, only 2 pieces of questionable provenance in the gallery. Any guesses?
Are you one of them?
Have a look. Probably ceremonial. Only 3 others have ever been found.
Is it real?
We still don't know. The tension mounts.
All these pieces. Do you own them all yourself?
Most of it.
A vintage Imperial Starpath unit.
Okay.
What do you think?
Okay. Masks are off.
A little damaged, perhaps. I have dreamt of this. Too many versions to remember.
I
And
bet.
here you were, hiding in the shelter of Imperial peace and quiet.
And I've known you all along.
Imperial
Well, it seems
peace.
fair.
You disgust me. Ruin the galaxy and then run back to your ridiculous wig and little workshop.
How confident you
Okay.
are.
His wig is fierce.
Confident and terrified.
The
Let's not
building is
tell lies.
surrounded. You're finished.
And you're too late. The rebellion isn't here anymore. It's flown away. It's everywhere now. There's a whole galaxy out there waiting to disgust you.
And soon you'll be telling us all about it. What have you done? Turn around or be stunned.
Oh!
Units engage, I need a med team. Now! Hit him back! He's destroying evidence! He's back!
Step back! Regroup!
Leave him alone. Keep him alive. He can't die.
Holy shit. And that's why you grabbed the knife. Oh my goodness. I am shocked, but like at the same time, as it sinks in, not surprised, right? I mean, oh. And now what does Clea do? She does have all that information, right? I mean, but does she, okay.
Miro called a raid this morning and it's gone badly. She believes she's found access. Or she did. He's apparently seriously wounded.
Sir.
You have every right to be upset. She's been warned about stepping over boundaries before.
Uh-oh, Dedra.
He was killed. They just found him in a park across town.
Oh! Was that... Oh, I didn't get the best look. Kind of similar to what was in Rebels. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, I am very here for this, for some flashback moments. These are the characters that I want that, you know, like, insight with, so.
Stop. Stop, rush the news, make it stop.
Oh, wow.
Rush the news, make it stop. Make it stop! Make it stop!
I figured we were viewing from her perspective. Oh.
Can't believe there's anyone left. But you don't want to be out here alone.
I'll be right behind you.
Right now, that room is keeping him alive.
This is an elevated ISB priority. I suggest you speak to your medical director about what is expected.
Dedra, you better
Need to
watch
clear the field
out.
immediately.
The floor's full. These are my patients.
Then I'm sure you'll do a better job moving them than we will.
Does that look like a locker? Cool design. Gotta blend in. And let's be very clear, I have a feeling I know what she's going to do.
Everything's under control.
That's a bold statement.
I expect to have her ready for interrogation by tomorrow night.
You waited for my day off. You're under arrest, Dedra.
Oh! I love to see it.
Access, I had to talk to Partagas.
He sent me.
Fine. Let's get this sorted.
Don't be so cocky, sweetie. You're due for a downfall. They have done a fantastic job of making him look younger.
I know we'll never get that out here, so 20.
I'll give you 7.
Forget it.
It's your daughter.
Yes.
20.
10 if you smile.
20.
Does she know how this works?
We already have an offer for 15.
Oh, who done that?
Zuli, back by the gate.
18's my max.
Sold. But no smile.
Damn. What a bargain.
Am I your daughter now?
When it's useful,
Huh.
I have to think about that.
I'm Luthen now, you're Clay. Everything else is up for grabs.
What a fascinating dynamic, even when she's younger.
What?
Oh.
Three parades of bomb the other night. Sniper. And they keep finding people who did it.
Where are they taking me?
Clay, you're leaving.
I'll tell you again!
You're leaving.
I'm not.
Oh!
There's nothing here for us.
Yeesh.
When do we start fighting back?
We have.
By walking away.
We fight to win. That means we lose. And lose and lose and lose. Until we're ready. All you know now is how much you hate. You keep it alive until you know what to do with it. And when I tell you to move,
Long game.
you move.
You're gonna have to turn back. There's no access here.
I was sent for Dr. Nash.
This unit is closed. Let's go.
Okay. Okay, she keeps it moving.
How many do you think there are?
50. Maybe more. Look around.
I know you do this.
Think about where you are. You need to pay attention. Life shows us what we stand to lose. You need to know you're making a choice. I lived most of my life without ever realizing that that was a possibility.
You're afraid.
I'm only afraid of what I'm doing to you.
I know what I want.
Oh. Oh, wow. Luthen has the best lines.
Do it.
You think I won't?
You have every right.
Why are you doing this?
Because today it's real.
You promised.
I lie. Get used to it.
Oh!
Don't. Look at me. Now turn. You'll be leaving now. We made our choice.
He really guided her so much to how she just acts, responds, carries herself. You can't be a good distraction like that. I mean, what are their helmets for? Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. Is that it? I don't... Okay. Oh, goodness. What a deeply poetic and somber episode to start off this arc. You know, it's funny, I was kind of joking at the beginning of this reaction and about... Well, I mean, I was genuine in what I was saying, that, you know, I didn't really have a list. I'm not going into this with a list of things that I would like to see in this final arc, except, and I was genuine in saying that I do want a B2 update. That will not change, however. But something that I feel like I have been yearning for throughout this series has been more of an insight, obviously into Luthen, but also into his relationship with Clea. And man, this was just such a great, character study. And I like that this show gave them this moment and let it breathe a little bit. I've said so many times, I feel like in this season and, just about Andor, where, they take such a big picture thing and they really zoom it in. But a lot of times in these episodes, they zoom in and then they zoom out and then they zoom in somewhere else. There's a lot of kind of going back and forth, where this episode was kind of fully just this. Obviously, they were going back to flashbacks and everything. And I always found Luthen and Clea's dynamic really fascinating, because it a lot of times felt like they were very, very similar. And I have had that question of, when did they actually come into each other's lives? And it makes sense, the way that he kind of trained her, guided her, and I just have to say, I mean, the significance of him, that when we first see him in the flashbacks, and he's just like, please stop, and the violence and the PTSD, the trauma that comes with enduring it and or being a part of it. That, that was kind of an aspect that I feel like we all knew had to have happened with Luthen at some point, for him to be so passionate about everything that he does. It had to start from somewhere. But it's almost like it's tough to envision, I feel like, for a lot of us, because he's so ruthless, and he has become a necessary monster in some regards, for a better future, for, and maybe Clea will see that. I hope she gets away and all of, I don't know. It's a little up in the air, but, and just by who they are. And, I loved the flashbacks. I felt like they gave a lot of great context to their relationship. I've said this so many times on my channel, sometimes flashbacks, they don't do it for me, because unless it really adds something, then I'm just like, why are we doing this? And obviously that's not the case all the time, but I think sometimes it's not always necessary. But I felt like these were very necessary. And not because anything super shocking happened or anything, but we're seeing this start of their relationship, and we're seeing that there's genuine care and compassion for one another. I got, just emotional with her kissing him on the forehead there at the end, and her little smile early on in the episode. I think if you watch my reaction, I was just like, okay. Not as unsettling as Dedra's smile. We don't need that. But it was just like, oh, I don't really see that unless it's kind of like a fake put on one. It felt genuine, and I did like how the flashbacks kind of really added so much. And I think Luthen, he went back to the shop and said, you're not going to handle this, because I think he knew that, you know, the possibility is strong that Dedra would show up very quickly. And, you know, when he stayed on Coruscant, I feel like he knew. And I loved his speech to Dedra. I loved it. I'm going to rewatch it. But I loved it, where he was just like, I'm obviously going to paraphrase, but just saying like, you know, it's not in this shop anymore. You know what I mean? It's not in this shop. It's all over. And they're all over waiting to disgust you. Waiting. Like, you know, I loved that speech. Because at this point, he has done such a phenomenal job, whether you agree with his methods or not. But, like, he has done his job that him in this moment doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you get him. You know? It's like a row of dominoes. Once they all start falling, who cares if you snag the first one? You know? Now, obviously, she had the intention to torture him and get more information and all of that. I think he would be a tough fucker to crack, though. I mean, I know the Empire has very, you know, methods, but, you know, and obviously, just to be sure, just to, you know, everything happened in this episode happened. But man, it was such an interesting scene to watch, where, you know, you just see the bloody knife drop, and I am just like, I mean, I'm shocked, but at the same time not. It's a very odd viewing experience. On just a couple of other notes, you know, it's interesting to talk about this episode, because a lot of times in Andor, I'm kind of like, okay, I gotta make sure I talk about that, and we were over here, and then we checked in over here, and whatever. And this was all very linear for, or I guess kind of self-contained, for an episode of Andor. But a couple of other things that I really wanted to talk about was Lonnie. You know, I had a feeling he wasn't gonna... There was no way. I don't think that... As soon as the scene started, I was kind of like, there's no way. And I felt awful. I really do feel horrible. Especially when Luthen said, Yavin. I was like, I don't think he would say it. I don't know. And I was right. But, man, obviously the thing that's really wonderful about Andor is you can see how everybody's role was important in the success later on. Luthen, Mon, Cassian, like, so many roles were very important. And Lonnie's, he was so significant in what comes, you know? But it's still sad. You know, it was really interesting to actually even compare the two mindsets. You know, Lonnie was, you know, I need safe passage for me and my family, and there was still this eagerness and this hope and this I need to go and all of that. Luthen accepted a long time ago that at any given moment he doesn't get the happily ever after. You know? And I thought that was a really interesting parallel there. And I think we'll see more on this in the next episode, so I'll talk about it probably more in the next episode. But Dadra, girl, I can't wait to see your downfall. You're getting sloppy out here. You're getting a little sloppy. A little, oh, man. Oh, and I would like to watch it. If I had popcorn, I'd pull it out. I would. You suck. Yeah, I have a feeling that we're going to get more into that in the next episode. So, we'll see. But this was a great start. A very kind of focused characters at the forefront episode, and I adored it. I really did. All right, I gotta keep it moving because, you know, I'm watching all three today and I gotta keep on keeping on. All right. If you would like to support me on Patreon or subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. But if not, I'm just happy that you are here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.